Johnny and I are here again together. It's
Side by side, baby.
Week 17 of the Broncos 2022 season, and it's a divisional game against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Technically week 18, but who's counting?
Is it? Oh, yeah, because of the bye week.
Yeah.
And we're here together. Are we going to win with this divisional game? That is the question that needs to be asked. Where's the intro? There it is. That is the question that needs to be asked is, will we win this game? We're 0-5 in the division so far?
Yeah.
0-5, and we need to win. So we're at home, at Dove Valley, at Empire Field. It's the Los Angeles Chargers. Can our defense hold up? And can Russell Wilson finish out this year with a win before we go into the offseason where the head coaching job search has already started?
Get that dub, baby.
I'm the Broncos gentleman. This is the Mile High Viking. The Denver Dream will be joining us. Welcome to the Get Bucked Game Day Show.
Today, Javonte Williams takes the handoff. And Williams, nice second effort, still going. Javonte Williams carrying defenders. Second and 4, Jamar Jefferson in the game for the first time today. And a diving interception made at the 12-yard line. Justin Simmons with a spectacular pick. First down. Oh, that pick is made. On his way back is Bradley Chubb to the end zone. First and 10, empty in the backfield. And going in Sutton. Oh, he got it! What a catch! Touchdown, Denver.
Broncos Country, let's ride.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are.
Bring Jay in. Bring Jay in.
Good morning. And with us, we always have the Denver Dream. What's up, Jay?
Hi, buddy.
Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, we get to watch a Bronco game today. And, I feel like a week from now, we're going to really miss that. Miss that feeling. We're going to have to wait till next August.
I won't miss I definitely won't miss the losing.
Well, I mean, yes. The losing's not fun. But,
But I definitely miss having watching the games and stuff, and getting excited, and getting the pregame jitters right before the game starts and stuff. So I definitely want to miss that. But I'm excited for this offseason. I'm excited for our team to get healthy 100%. Tim Patrick come back, let Javonte Williams get healthy some more, redo that offensive line for sure, and get some more camaraderie and chemistry with the receivers and the offensive line, and get back to winning. So I'm definitely looking forward to the offseason, but I am going to miss watching Broncos football. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, NRW Crew, to the Game Day Show. As you can see, Johnny and I are back together. I think this is the second time this season. First time I think we discussed it was the
Raiders game, I believe.
Raiders game. So divisional game. We try and link up. We got to get Jay out here.
Well, Jay and I have done it side by side when he was here for the Titans game.
That is true.
Isaiah just needs you in Omaha, and then we'll complete that cycle.
Yeah. I have plenty of reasons to go to Nebraska, and Jay's number one.
That's
the other one is corn. The other reason is corn.
It's corn. I'm like a little boy. I love corn.
You got a good do.
But thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends and family, because we want everybody to be a part of the NRW Crew. And there it is. Appreciate that, Johnny.
You're welcome.
We've got a couple of things that we got to take care of. Jay, you got the merch store?
Oh, yeah.
We lost our... Yeah.
Oh, I got the merch store.
Jay's going to take care of the merch store. Johnny's got a special message. We're going to get right back into the comments, right back talking football. We got the injury report pulled up. We got some Sean Payton talk, some head coach talk, and then we got some keys to the game. Mile High menu, and you want to bet. We got a lot of stuff going today for the season finale. This season was the premiere of the Nothing Rhymes Network, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here for the premiere of the Nothing Rhymes Network.
Which, in other news on that, we are growing. We are adding 2 members to the Nothing Rhymes.
That's official.
It's official.
Nothing Rhymes Network is expanding.
Likely after the Super Bowl, we will premiere a new show with 2 new hosts. Both of which have been on.
Dude, that's awesome.
Why is it on a loop?
My gosh, shots fired.
Well, all right. Both these guys have been on the network before. We love these guys, and we're really, really excited to welcome them to being part of the team. Jay, would you, master of merch, would you please share with us
For sure,
what we have
guys.
on the docket today? Lord, it's so cute.
Look at that! Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh my gosh, it's got its little furry tail sticking out of the shirt. Oh my god.
Dude, look at him. He's wearing the Mile High Five shirt, and his arms are out ready to give him a Mile High Five.
There you go. He's already in. He's ready to go. So guys, I
like that one. That one has eczema.
Did you know? I mean, did you know that we had teddy bears? I mean,
I did.
Johnny probably did. Johnny can find everything in the world he wants except for my gym t-shirts that I need.
Dude, I have tried. Okay,
I'm
you are going to let this go.
You found a teddy bear with eczema, but you cannot find me a gym t-shirt.
It's what they offer. Okay, I can't go outside of them.
I protest.
Okay, fine, protest.
You want to know why this doggy is a good boy? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's got 2 reviews, all 5 stars. What a good boy. So go get this doggy. He's a
That's
good
right,
guy.
guys. Link in the bio below. Click it. Go to the merch store. Get yourself some NRWOB swag.
23% off.
23. You said 23?
23 off.
That's
Everything.
almost
Redeem.
That's almost 1/4 off the price.
Expires
That's
today, folks.
I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up in about a month.
Yeah, there you go. Get your ladies. Get your ladies. They're nothing rhymes bear or nothing rhymes dog. They will thank you. I promise.
I was gonna flip it over to the front, but let's just keep it doggy style there. There you go, boy.
And if you have kids with eczema, they'll feel represented.
Jay Weaver with the dub on that one. Speaking of dubs, guys, please show some love to the sponsor of today's show, W.GG. Jump on over to W.GG and get yourself some Jitterless Energy Blend. This stuff is amazing. Each tub has 30 drinks worth of powder, and every drink has 2 cups of coffee worth of caffeine. But, and get ready for it, this is my favorite part, you guys. No calories, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. It is just chock full of amino acids, B vitamins, and even a neuro enhancer. Even a neuro enhancer, you guys.
It makes you smart.
To help with your reflexes and keep you sharp during the day. Guys, get you some Dubby. Get your energy without the jitters. Dubby. Wow, there it went. I just completely lost it. Dub. Go to W.GG and have them teach you how to Dubby.
Yeah, he definitely needs those neuro enhancers because he definitely blanked out. Thank you for your patience. We're gonna hop back.
We're gonna blame it on the mics.
We're gonna hop back. This is your first one. I'm not letting you get away with this.
I remember my first mics.
I had my first time having a mic hard. We're gonna hop back in the chat. We've got
Ron Samples!
Ron Costco, because Costco gives free samples. Boom! There it is.
Wow.
Finale. Broncos Country, Denver Broncos for life, United in Orange. What's up? Good afternoon. Glad to have you. Andy.
Bronco gang for life, brother. Bronco gang for life.
They're definitely going to have you on the show, so we'll definitely talk about that.
What's up, Andy?
In the offseason, definitely going to have you on the show, Ron. Andy says, what's up, gents? What's up? Ron says, where's Johnny? Where's Johnny come lately at? LOL.
I don't know.
That's not what you mean. Johnny, have you been missing?
No.
Actually, we're gonna talk about this today because I just read an update from Benjamin Albright. Not thinking Sean Payton. Andy says, can't wait to give up more of our souls for Payton. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't either.
I think we're doing our due diligence. We have the money, but it turns out the Saints do as well.
Maybe
I'm reading, they're gonna want
Peyton Manning.
They're
gonna want picks and players, and we can't afford to give up either.
Well, we can afford to give up players way more than we can afford to give up picks.
I feel as if there will be some coach talk on the airwaves here today. If not before, but definitely after the game. Because there's a lot of news in regards to that very early, I feel like.
Yeah, with Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton.
We're definitely going to get into that.
Yeah, we're definitely getting into
So
that.
have a game.
What?
Rock in the house.
That guy.
What a season, boys. Yeah, it was.
What a bad season, boys.
It was interesting season.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
DJ Weaver.
We will win this game. The Chargers don't have nothing to play for. The Ravens lost. Also, the Ravens lost, so I think they're playing their backups and their bench players.
Probably.
So we should. I hope. I mean, it's going to be a. I don't care.
I don't care. I want to see a win.
Here's a foreshadow. Vegas has us by 6.5.
This one of the gentlemen you were speaking
Yes,
of?
this is one of the gentlemen.
Tell us about this.
Mr. Rob Myrick of Orange Weekly comes in and says, "Boys,
Oh wow!
the newest members of Nothing Rhymes, soon to have his own show here on the network. We're working on a name and we're working on concepts right now. Get ready, Rob Myrick, and I don't see him in the chat already, but Mr. Ty Tunis, Ty Y, will be hosting their own show here very soon on Nothing Rhymes. So get ready for those guys.
We also need a name for Rob because he's got the Denver Dream, the
Bronco Rob.
the Mile Viking.
He's already got a name. It's Bronco Rob. He even has a hat that says it.
Bronco Rob.
Bronco Rob.
I like that.
Oh wow, he's got a hat. It's already set. It's already set in stone.
He's custom. He's doing a custom Nothing Rhymes hat with Bronco Rob on the front. Yeah.
We've got to find a way to find these jerseys so we can get Jay.
Yeah, we got to find where we got those jerseys from.
I'm looking at the blend of the orange and the blue.
It's so sexy.
It really is. This is
I do like that.
It's honestly my favorite jersey, probably because the Wilson and Sertan jerseys I bought are cheap bastards. And don't even and they don't have the
Tell us what you really.
They don't even have the Bronco logo for copyright reasons. They don't have the logo or the name, so it just says 3 and then Wilson on the back.
Yeah.
You know who it is.
Yeah.
But this one is my favorite. Rob says, I won't miss the letdown every single game. I hope this game isn't a letdown. We have every reason to just put up a 40 burger on the Chargers.
Hey, yeah, glass half full. At least this offseason, we won't have blue balls once a week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jay. I had orange balls.
Hey, well, there you go. I mean,
My left one was orange, my right one was blue.
I think I should get that checked out.
that's kind of like
All
a
right.
multi-matrix graphic.
Take the button away from Jay, Rob says. Orange ball, blue ball.
Yes.
Which one you taking, boys?
I just want to know who our next coach is going to be. Yes, I agree.
It's
I
me.
want them to come in and get this playbook together. And I'm hoping that whoever
You guys
it is
didn't hear, it's
fits
me.
Russell's
I'm the
system.
next coach of the Broncos.
17-0.
Yeah, right.
I had an epiphany this morning, and I'll get into
No,
it
I'm so
post-game.
sorry. You should probably be in bed.
Bronco Robs just takes the
Probably
button
should.
away
I'm
from
chilled.
Jay.
The Clempt.
Take the button away from Jay, says Rob.
Costco Ron says, thank you. Can't wait to be on your show. Absolutely, yeah. We'll definitely be talking real soon.
Hell, man.
Costco Ron.
Oh, jeez.
Ron samples. Costco gets
I
samples.
get it. I get it.
My brain is weird.
Well, that's for sure.
Where's my... we'll talk about that. Hopefully, by the time my menu comes
Yeah, probably. Hey, so let's keep going.
take the button away from Jay. This is not the ride I was promised. I demand a refund. No refund.
Damn it,
Sorry.
Johnny!
You blaming me for that?
Yes.
Damn!
Because that's what the soundboard says. It's like a magic 8-ball.
I've been trying to get the Broncos to listen to me. They don't do it.
We need a magic 8-ball. We need to pay
Whose
more.
fault is it?
We need that, Johnny. We need a
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, we need a magic 8-ball.
Should Jay bet the over today? Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, I didn't even think that.
That's a really good idea.
It may happen.
Jer Bear will end the season on top. Who the hell is Jer Bear? Jerry Judy.
Yeah.
Is that Jerry Judy?
No. Jerry Rosberg, our head coach.
Oh, yeah, duh. Well, hey, interim head coach.
Yeah.
I've never heard somebody call him Jer Bear.
Oh no,
I like
they
it,
were
though.
hammering
I like
that nickname home on the fan all week long. Like
Were they?
all week long.
But, I'm sorry. I don't listen to the fan because I don't like any of their opinions.
I'm
so.
going with Jerry Judy.
I like
Thanks,
Zach
guys.
Bye.
Zach buys about all right. Zach buys about it.
He's a good guy.
Johnny come lately means you started this so late today. Actually, that's my fault.
Uh-huh.
I from home here, and it's actually. I thought it was 45 minutes, but it came to.
He was wrong. He was wrong.
So we have to push it back a little bit.
It's always my fault. It's always my fault. You guys and my wife. It's always my fault.
Bronco Rob says, Johnny, please seek medical help.
Yeah. I'm a medic, bro. I've got this.
And he says, don't cry because it's over, smile because it's almost over. That's depressing. It makes me sad.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you, Costco Ron. Love you, brother.
Love. Yeah, it's they're cool. I don't even know where mine is right now. I think it's somewhere over there in the corner, probably.
You make me sad.
Shut up.
Mine was in my lunch. My mom was my because I went in the studio and I was like, because I have my jerseys hung up, but I was like, and I have my blazer.
Oh yeah, of course. That's probably our food. That's right.
Hold on, guys.
Mile High Menu pregame for Mile High Menu.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, cool.
But yeah, my blazer's in there, my Bronco blazer, and I didn't see my Nothing Rhymes jersey, and I was like, where is it? It was in my chair. I just watched it. So it was
Okay.
But we're 60 minutes in. We've done what we need to do. Let's talk game day, and what are we thinking? Jay, what's on your mind today?
Well, what's on my mind today is some odd stuff. So everyone I'm seeing is really picking the Broncos. It feels like a redemption type of last game of the year, go off, on a high note. But the Chargers don't have anything to play for, and I kind of thought that they wouldn't. So I'm not sure how much effort they're really going to put in. I will say speaking of effort, let's have a round of applause for the Penner group for putting in a new field for the last game of a season. One game. And that was I can't remember what I read, like $300,000 or something.
Easily.
Just like that. Like they said it was a part of it. I read that. I was like, that's what the cast they were talking about. Because they're like, it was like one part of it. They're like, I don't like the way this looks. Take all of it up and redo all of it. I want it done by Sunday. Done.
Just like that. That's
I'm getting mauled here by my dog.
I took out a loan for $300,000.
It's
dude.
ridiculous.
If I had $300,000, I'd never have to make a mortgage payment again. Like,
round of applause.
Seriously, but I mean, it's just a sign of things to come. There will be no expense spensed, or what is it? Whatever that saying is. No expense.
No, yeah, no. Spare no expense. It's spare no expense. Come on, have you guys never watched Jurassic Park?
I just said spare. I knew the word was spare. I just said
I haven't had my W today.
Oh yeah.
Those Nora answers. But yeah, they definitely came out and was like, hey, we need to do field, get it done, have it, send me the check or whatever. I don't care.
Loved it. And I love it. It's great. Look, first of all, talking about turf, the NFL just needs to get away from AstroTurf, period. Now that we've had it in Denver, okay? But the point is, like, does anybody think that maybe in this offseason they can finally put together a vote to force all 32 teams to put real grass in their field on their fields?
I was pretty libertarian on that and just saying, hey, let each team do what they want. But at this point in time, I saw a statistic with the increased number of torn ACLs. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it tracked properly with the increase in turf fields.
Yep.
So at this point in time, I'm saying if I'm the NFL PM, like, hey, for the player safety, we're all going to come together. It should honestly just the logistics of it. But if you're on an NFL team, it should Greg Penner $300,000 got it done within a week. So the offseason is a great time to do that. Change all the fields of every NFL team to grass
to real turf. Yeah, to real grass.
You're playing on a brand new pillow right now, basically. It's the very first time somebody's, digging their heels into it. So, I mean, what a great game for Russell Wilson to dig his heels into the ground and set her up for some mighty mo going into the offseason.
I honestly think the turf may have to do with the I thought it was an increase with hamstring injuries as well. I think with the turf with ACLs and with hamstrings may be a big issue. But Costco Ron got right into it. Bronco Rob does say I think they're going to replace the field again before next season, possibly. We're getting new jerseys. as well. That's awesome. This offseason is going to be very interesting.
Mhm.
Very interesting. So Costco Ron jumps right into it. He says the Broncos will start interviews this week and Sean Payton around January 17th. If the top 3 don't pan out, onto the second wave.
Right.
Yeah, so there's some talk about that. So immediately reached out to Jim Harbaugh, and they talked to Sean Payton. They said there was mutual interest with the Broncos and Sean Payton. That's what people are looking at. He was on Colin Cowherd a few months ago discussing what he would do with Russell Wilson, which is great. But from what I've read, also from Benjamin Albright today, was that the New Orleans Saints have cash. They don't need cash. We have plenty of cash, but they're also going to want players and picks. We don't
have the picks. We definitely don't have the picks to give.
We don't have the picks. I mean, if we were to give one first-round pick,
we wouldn't have
that
any.
would be the one that George Payton got this year, and he just give it away right back. Which, okay.
I'm not for it.
But then again, they also want players. I'm kind of not leaning toward that. What do you think, Jay?
I don't think there's any way that happens. I've always thought the Sean Payton route was a fairy tale that, like,
I've been saying it the whole time.
I don't think honestly, if we really subjectively looked at it, do we want Sean Payton? It's not like this is some guy that is like the absolute perfect fit and like he's the best coach ever. And he's overstated. He won one Super Bowl with 13 years of a Hall of Fame quarterback. I've never been a huge Sean Payton guy.
He had 9 winning seasons. He owned the NFC South before Tom Brady got down there. He won a Super Bowl, beat I was a Colts fan. I was Peyton Manning with the Colts at that time. In 2008. So he's a winning quarterback. He's had experience working with less than tall quarterbacks. But Drew Brees was also a pocket passer.
Correct.
So
we've done that. We've done that experiment.
He wants to bring in Vic Fangio. And
I don't think Vic Fangio is coming back to Denver.
I don't want that. No. So I think unless Sean Payton's like, okay, I'll think about it and I'll keep Evero. That may be something. But I think Jim Harbaugh and Dan Quinn seem to be the leaders. I think, Jay, you said something earlier in the week that Darrell Bevel is the leading candidate on they're predicting Darrell Bevel.
Out of the top 3, when we're talking Harbaugh, Payton, or Quinn, that's next up. Like that's the what was it? Ronald said, and then on to the second wave. In my opinion, he's the second wave guy. Like he's the definitely notch below. No, Darrell Bevel.
I think I looked him up. He's coaching for the Lions, correct?
No, he's the quarterback's coach for Miami right now.
Is he?
So he's been coaching Tua, I believe. But he was Russ's guy. Like I know Schottenheimer
Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah. He was. It was basically him and Darrell Bevel between the entirety of Russell Wilson's career. It was those two entities as far as offensive coaching.
Very interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
and the interesting.
I can get on board with it. I mean, I like it.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that is that did you?
I'm about to. Hey, we just real quick. We see Dave Full Glass Glassman. He says he's at the game. He's at the game right now. Pre-game warm-up, 38 minutes until kickoff. Dave, I'm about to call you on Messenger. All right, so get your phone ready. Okay, cool.
Heck yeah, dude, that's awesome. What a great opportunity to go to a game. I know I saw quite a bit of other comments in groups of people saying like, "Hey, going to my first Bronco game today," or bringing my kid for the first time to a game.
Yeah, that
today.
was Dave. That was Dave taking his son to Mile High for the first time.
Man, what a great day. Brand new field. I think it's going to be a beautiful day outside. It's still we still got positive hope. It's not like we are really, down in the dumps from a feeling standpoint. I mean, I see hope. I see a path to get, to get a good season off next year. Like we're not that far off, so it could be worse. It definitely could be worse.
Hang on, we've got
our in-game field reporter, Dave Glassman, coming in right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to him live right now. You're seeing a live report of Dave Glassman.
Hang on,
Power Field.
Hang on, I'm bringing him on right now.
Dave Glassman, you're not on camera yet, but tell us what you're seeing. Tell us what you're hearing.
Dave,
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. There's music at the stadium. There is music at the stadium.
Oh, there he is.
So what are we?
Oh. Is that a Comcast blackout issue?
Nice. Oh, darn well, you know. Hey, you made the offer there, Dave, the other day. You made the offer to do this. So,
well, we're gonna jump into that's a quick mile high menu. Dave, will you show us your nachos?
well, we can't see anything.
Well, I was gonna say we can't hear or see anything.
What happened to this?
We got dead air. Should I put on Kenny
There he
G?
is.
There we go.
There we go.
Dave, for a quick mile high menu, show us your nachos. We want to see the type of person you are before we judge.
Oh, there he goes again. It's because he's flipped his phone. It's an Apple issue.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
Might
well,
be the double
yeah,
audio.
it's probably the double audio. Dave, thank you for jumping on this. It looks like nobody else can hear you. We're going to work on that.
All right.
Enjoy the game, brother.
Hey, Dave.
Sorry.
There you go.
Okay.
Of Dave Folkglassman, everybody.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just kind of got screwed there. So
That's all right. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood.
hang on, a little technical difficulty here. I'm having trouble getting this out of here.
Okay.
Oh, look at them. Those nachos look incredible,
Yes.
Dave.
Fantastic. Dave from Glass on Mile High
Yeah.
can see
Thank
this
you,
for
Robert.
Thank you,
Robert,
Dave. Thank
please.
you so much, Dave. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Enjoy the game. All right, guys. I'm sorry about that. I guess we weren't able to make it work the way I was hoping we would.
Yeah,
But
hey, next time when we do that, what happened is we video called him on a separate thing, and that audio was we weren't able to get our audio and his audio coming in.
yeah, so sorry about that, guys.
So next time, what we'll do is when we know someone's at the game like that, and said we'll send them the link, so that way they can just comment on the link, and that way you guys will be able to hear that. But hopefully, you guys got to see the field, and you got to see the players out there.
Well, I'm sorry. I got to bring up this comment by Shadow. He says, head coaching candidate O.J. Simpson. Hear me out. 1, killer instinct. 2, cut up the defense. And C, he wouldn't take any of the credit.
That is so great.
Back to Jay's point, with Darrell Bevel, he was the quarterback. Was he the quarterback coach when Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl?
I believe he was. I believe that was. I think it was Brian Schottenheimer
Or
at
was
that
he
time.
there the last few years? Brian Schottenheimer was the OC.
Yeah.
Bevel was the,
Darrell
quarterback.
Bevel was the first wave. Schottenheimer was the second.
Okay, so I think with that,
He won the Super Bowl with Darrell Bevel, I believe.
Darrell Bevel coming with Mike McDaniels and learning the West Coast offense, he's then going to take the knowledge that he has of the West Coast offense and the knowledge of Russell Wilson and combine that together. I think that's a fantastic possibility. I think you put a head coach who knows Russell Wilson, who knows the West Coast offense, and you combine those two. Nathaniel Hackett knew the West Coast offense, but he didn't know Russell Wilson. Now you have a guy who knows Russell Wilson and knows the West Coast offense. Because as I showed Johnny the highlights when we saw last week of the game, Justin Allen did really good.
Surprisingly.
That shotgun split back, that 2-gun back was very effective. And there
This
was
is
a lot of
another.
motion,
Yeah.
and it looked good. So you can take that West Coast offense, the motions that Mike McDaniel uses in Miami, with the knowledge of who Russell Wilson is, and then let's say, and he's going to ask Evero to stay on as defensive coordinator. That's a good possibility. I like that, Jay. I like that a lot.
Mike McDaniels gets all the credit for the turnaround of Tua, but I mean, it really is Darrell Bevel is the quarterback's coach for Miami. He's the guy, in my opinion, that has turned around Tua, and that's kind of the form in which Russ needs to return to. Is the mobile quarterback that
I can see that, but I'm still totally on board with the idea of bringing Dan Quinn and having him bring Brian Schottenheimer with him.
I think it's accomplishing the same thing in a different form. I think it really is the same exact thing.
I think the same.
Yeah,
As we saw with Justin Allen, and I spoke to Johnny about this, and I said I think Justin Allen knew the type of offense that was needed, and because as we saw in the last game against the Chiefs, Russell Wilson was under center more than he's been all season.
Oh yeah,
he was rolling out. more than it was all season. It wasn't necessarily connecting all the time, but that Albert O touchdown was an under center play action pass with time. And it was a deep ball right over the middle.
Right over the middle.
Beautiful. It was exactly what was needed, and it seemed like as if Justin Alton was the guy on the sideline as a coaching staff that's like, hey, I know what needs to be done.
Yep.
But the boss wants something else. And so when he got his opportunity, he was like, okay, now I'm going to put in what I think hasn't been working all season. So I think they're going to see that. They're going to see the film from that. I think they're going to come in and they're going to do that. You saw a lot of play action, a lot of under center, more than we did. One thing that Justin Alton did not do the entire game, which Nathaniel Hackett and Clint Kubiak did, was he did not abandon the run game.
You're right.
He did not abandon the run game.
It's a good call.
He stuck with it, stayed with it, and it was very successful.
All right, so, I mean, basically, I'm interested, since we're on the coaches, and then and we're at 30 minutes now, and game time's coming, so we need to kind of move off of this coaching talk, at least until Buck Your Feelings. But I do want to point out, everybody's still talking Harbaugh, too, but the one thing I want to point out is that there is probably very likely, almost certainly going to be an NCAA investigation launched on him. What do you guys think that does to the chances of him?
What are you talking about?
You haven't heard about that?
He's gone. He's gone. He's going to pull a Pete Carroll. There ain't no way he's going
to. So he violated, from what I've read, he violated some COVID protocols in his search for players and stuff in Michigan.
Yeah. Recruiting practices.
And now the NCAA is launching a an investigation against him.
Scholarships taken away. They'll have, they may be, dimmed from bowls for a year or whatever. But I mean, that only adds up to Harbaugh, I feel like, leaving even more.
Yeah, probably coming to the NFL anyway.
He's getting the hell out of Dodge.
What this guy?
Did he intake some loony gas or something before?
I don't know, dude.
It's so funny because number one, it's the reasoning and why it's either delayed. It's it's odd timing. He just signed this big contract, and then Broncos are like, hey, we can. And I was telling Johnny they're like, ownership can buy out his contract, give him a new one, like it's nothing. They won't even think about it. And now here's a perfect opportunity to be like, hey,
you want out of there?
Time to buy out.
I mean, hey, it is. I mean, honestly, I have a whole soapbox of how I've seen the week transform as far as the news coming out for coaching. I think it's Harbaugh, guys. I don't think.
If I'm going to give a list, it's going to be.
It's not Harbaugh. It's Harbaugh.
Harbaugh, Quinn, Bevel, Peyton. That'd be the top for me. I think Peyton's at the bottom. That's a hard one.
Right. I think
I'd say Harbaugh. Actually, disregard. I'd say Quinn, Bevel, Harbaugh, then Peyton. I'd say Quinn because George Payton has an opportunity to maybe redeem himself and go back to and trusting his gut that he had last year. And then I'd go second with but like we said, we're talking about that after the show. We're gonna get into the inactives real quick. Kendall Hinton, as we know, has been inactive. Jared Guarantano, he's the quarterback that we signed. Montreal Washington, we know that I think he's a healthy scratch.
Healthy scratch again.
But actually, I mean, Jalen Burge is going to be returning today.
Listen, that
returned
this healthy scratch thing is Jerry Rossberg's way of telling Montreal Washington, look, they gave you this job all season.
You don't deserve it.
You hadn't earned it, and now from this moment on, if you want to have a job next season, you're going to have to earn it.
Well, yep. Kendall Hinton was the return guy last week, and he's not playing, so it's probably going to be Jalen Burge back there. So we'll get to see, all three of these guys this year. Kendall Hinton's more the sure hands, and where I trust him a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the return guy next year. But one of the guys that I'm pounding the table for, Mecole Hardman. But we'll talk about that later on. Damari Mathis, as we know, he had a concussion last week. They're just going to hold him out for the last game of the season.
Smart.
He came out really strong. He ended up being one of the top 6 rookie cornerbacks in the NFL.
Yep.
He's getting the credit he deserves. So glad he's going to get healthy. Lamar Jackson get tested today. But the Chargers are playing their bench guys.
Did you say Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, that's the quarterback.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that there's another.
He came in for Damari Mathis.
Yeah.
Calvin Anderson, he's going to be a healthy scratch. Not a healthy scratch. I don't think Calvin Anderson will be back on this team next year.
Nope.
Cam Fleming is the better swing tackle, but we love Calvin Anderson. Love to have him on the show. Big fan. Hope he has success wherever he goes. Jonathan
Kongbo. He was outside
I cannot
linebacker.
see that.
Kongbo. Jonathan Kongbo.
Jonathan Kongbo is another outside linebacker, but we sent another guy in. He had some playing time last week, so another one of the guys is going to get healthy. DJ Jones, this guy, I believe he was out last week, wasn't he?
He was.
Yep.
This is the second game he's missed. Let him get healthy. We got him coming back. As Johnny and I spoke about earlier this week, our entire defense is coming back except for Kareem Jackson.
Yes. So
our entire starting defense is coming back. So let DJ Jones get healthy, come back strong, and just maintain continuity.
Go lay down
and get healthy. So, anything stick out to you about the inactives? Any
not really.
Deals?
I mean, from my side of it, not really. And there's nothing really like making me nervous. I mean,
no, there were a few inactives. There were a few questionable ones. But I know Baron Browning's playing. There's a few questionables that we're gonna. I think Dalton Rush is on IR. He's not coming back for the
rest of the year,
which is it's fine. Let him get healthy. So for the offensive line, for the most part, I think Quinn Bailey stepped up last week and did a decent job. He did a decent job.
All right, so let's talk. Oh, go, Jay.
No,
go.
I was just going to say, this is a game that's the example of why you fire a coach midseason, because you actually have the incentive of players to put good tape on, because they are literally trying out for new teams next year in a lot of cases, because we're turning over the decision makers of this franchise. So it's not going to be like in years past where Fangio is probably coming back next year or Vance Joseph's probably coming back next year. So the guys just really don't care because nothing's going to change, and they know nothing's going to change next year. So there's going to be a fire under their behinds. I think
fire under their behinds.
Start flying around. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a big game. I think this is the game for the offense to really. Last week was the best offensive performance I've seen when we played the Chiefs the first time we came back in the second half. But this time, our team the offense will be consistent throughout the entire.
Can we ride that momentum, you think?
I think just taking that momentum and taking that in the first quarter and all the way through, and just going all the way. Give the team something to hope for. Give the coaches some film to watch.
I mean,
and come out feeling positive.
It's very different. It's very different, but if we win this game and we look good on offense, I don't know about y'all, but it started when Clint Kubiak took the reins, but it'll be a good comparison of when Drew Lock went into Houston and blew it up, and then the rest of that season, he looked really good and started progressing, and so by the end of that season, we had hope. We were like, oh, wow, we've seen it. We've seen snippets.
He came in, he made
snippets! Sorry, he said it.
Clint Kubiak himself was also inconsistent. And that's why Jerry Rossberg gave me over to Justin Alton, because Clint Kubiak was the play caller when we got blown out by the Rams, and our offense couldn't do anything on Christmas Day. So I think that's another reason why he said, okay, Hackett tried it, inconsistent. Kubiak tried it, saw a little bit more, inconsistent. And then went to Justin Alton. Justin Alton's first play calling was against the Chiefs. So I'm interested to see, hey, is this a back-to-back consistent offense that we're going to see? And I'm excited to see that. And Costco Ron says Quinn Bailey is starting today. Yes. And don't be surprised. Quinn Bailey's getting looked at maybe for the left guard position as well.
Yeah.
Understand Dalton Reiser's on IR. I've advocated for possibly franchise tag Dalton Reisner, because one thing I do know is that this year Dalton Reiser's only given up one sack the entire season. Dalton Reisner and Garrett Bowles, when they're both healthy on the left side, is the strongest side of the left side of the offensive line. I also know that Billy Turner and Quinn Miners together is a solid right side of that offensive line. It is very hard to get on that right side. And so thinking, hey, only thing is
Yo, you're cottonmouth today?
Yeah.
I thought so.
It's the center with Garrett Bowles, Dalton Reisner, but Quinn Bailey did decent last week.
Somebody get this guy some coconut
pay attention
water.
to Quinn Bailey at all, Jay?
$1 billion.
I said, did you pay attention to Quinn Bailey last week?
No.
Don't drink all the beer before the game, bro.
I just kind of feel like when Jerry Rossberg took over, we kind of started playing disciplined football. I think that's where the consistency started. From a play calling standpoint, I kind of feel like maybe Clint is still the most qualified person to keep doing that, but Jerry came in and said, hey, you're the offensive coordinator, right? Okay, well, from this date forward, you're doing your job, like the job you were hired for. So go call plays. I don't care that you haven't done it before. And
but you know what?
He did a very good job. Good for him for getting the experience. But you're right, Isaiah. It's been very consistent in sticking to a plan. And I kind of feel like that's, trickle-down effect from a leadership standpoint. I think that's more Jerry Bear.
All right, so
Yeah,
Jerry Bear.
Discipline. We had I think the least amount of penalties we had all season.
Yeah.
It was just the discipline that came in, we played discipline, and that you made a fantastic point. I never thought about that. The lack of discipline leads to inconsistency.
Indeed.
That is one thing you never saw from Vic's team. Vic never had a, out of control team.
They didn't like him, or
they hated his guts. They didn't want to play for him.
They respected him and they kept playing.
Yeah, and what we're saying with Hackett, it was somebody who they like the coach, but they're undisciplined.
Yeah, they just laugh at him. Ha ha. Like, okay.
So now we need a coach they like, but who also doesn't falter in the discipline area.
Yeah, like I said on Wednesday, Jay. You had we had a stiff as a board guy like Papa Vic, who's like stiff as a 2x4, inflexible, right? So then they wanted to get something else. But instead of going like in the middle, they overcorrected and they went with Limp Noodle Nate. Yeah,
Noodle Nate.
That's what I called him last week, was Limp Noodle Nate. And so now we need somebody who is like, who's the board that has been like steam treated and is still drying. They can bend.
Like a Deion
You know what I mean?
Sanders.
Yeah, like a Deion.
They love.
Like Coach Prime, baby.
Woo! Coach Prime, you're in Colorado. Just come on over. But
you need a guy who's a player's coach.
Yes, coach.
Who can give you the hug, who can be your buddy, and pat you on the back, but also put a boot to your ass when you need it.
Guys, you're literally describing Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Dan Quinn.
And Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, I guess too. Yeah.
I made on Wednesday, Isaiah, because I know you didn't watch it. I made the comparison to Jay. I went military. I talked about Hal Moore. Mel Gibson's character. We were soldiers. He could.
Medal of Honor winner.
Yeah, he 2-time Medal of Honor winner. He was the kind of leader who was the first boots on the ground, the last boots to leave, and he would put a boot to your ass. He'd scream in your face if you needed it, but then at the same time, he was meeting you at the church to pray because you just had your first baby girl. Players coach who can put a boot to the ass.
Yeah, the reason why I brought up Coach Prime.
We were soldiers, baby.
Not because Coach Prime's going to come to Denver, but because the players love him. They absolutely love playing for him. But in the interview, some people, didn't like it. But when he first came in, he immediately was straight, hey, I don't tolerate none of this stuff. When his players travel, they're not allowed to go out. He brings people in to talk about the mistakes that they made in life. And he's all about discipline, but they also love playing for him. So that Coach Prime type is the middle ground. You said Jim Harbaugh and Dan Quinn. I agree. Dan Quinn, there's never been anyone, and Benjamin Albright tweeted this at me probably a couple weeks ago. He's never seen one player talk bad about Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
But also, they're disciplined. The Cowboys defense, pretty disciplined. Now so Jim Harbaugh's the same way. Now, Jay, I was talking to Johnny, is Jim Harbaugh more offense or defense-minded coach? I know he coached the Niners at the Super Bowl.
He's an old school offense, so he wants the offense to complement the defense. He's a defensive-minded offensive coach, I guess is a way to put it.
See what I told you? I said he kind of splits it in the middle.
That's nonsense. We don't speak nonsense on this show.
He is the throwback.
Then why are you speaking?
Use real words.
He's the throwback of, Michigan was a all-run offense that would basically pass it maybe 15 times a game, but the average amount of yards per pass attempt was 25 yards. So, that is Russell Wilson in a nutshell.
That's vintage Russell Wilson. Hey, we are real quick. We are at 43 minutes, so we got to keep moving on this.
Let's get menu and bet.
Costco Ron says he thinks Dalton Rice is done after this game.
I honestly believe it too. I hate it, but I do.
What are some free rush edges we can grab in the offseason? None. Look them up. I think we're set on edge. We'll go to the draft. There are none. Me and Johnny spoke about this.
Nobody really popping off the page, bud.
This free agency isn't like it was last free agency. This free agency is very, very weak. The draft is very strong. Bills win # for DeMar 3. So we're going to go ahead and switch over.
Real quick, I do want to say thank God for the news, because there was a lot of prayers coming out of Nothing Rhymes for him, and I'm thankful he's awake, that he's recovering, and And then I do love that his very first question when he woke up was, "Who won the game? Who won?" I love that. I love that.
So I'm glad that he's doing well. He's recovering. Glad the Bills.
Guys, keys to the game. What are the keys to the game this week?
I'm not usually I said run game. I want to see. It's hard. It's not. It's gonna be hard.
That's what she said.
It's a preseason game. At the end of the day, we're here to learn things, not necessarily like the specific strategy against the Chargers to get the W.
I'm just gonna say consistent offense. That's my favorite.
I want to see competent football. I want to see flow. I want to see a team that cares. And the Chargers are not going to be doing anything. They're not going to be showing anything from a play call standpoint. Because it doesn't matter if your backups are in, you still have to call plays. You still have to be creative in your offense. And them getting up for the playoffs, they're not going to show any tape of anything they're going to do in the playoffs. So
no.
Yeah, my key is just consistent offense. That's not. Yep. This isn't to win the game.
Well, again, this is okay. No, it is though. It is though. Listen, it's about pride.
Consistent offense.
Look, I've said it all along, right? This team needs to play for pride at this point. We've got nothing left. Okay,
we haven't won a division game.
We have no coach. Okay, he's gone. We have no, so we can't be fighting for him, right? We have no chance of the playoffs. We're out. All right, so we're not fighting for that.
Never say never.
Mathematically, literally, mathematically, we can't make the playoffs. So shut up.
I don't believe in math.
All right.
You gotta have a tinkle party.
I totally lost my train of thought there, guy. Thank you. Anyway, but no, at this point, they do need to at least play for pride, which means still going out on that field and giving it everything you've got, whether or not you're accomplishing something in the end or not.
Well, the reason why I say consistency on offense is because before the Rams game, we were 28 points against the Chiefs, scored 24 against the Cardinals, then got blown out, and then we went back and scored 24 points. So we've seen it. Just the Rams game kind of broke our consistency of 20-plus points a game. I want to see that again. It seems like something happened, something was tweaked, and it worked. Jay, what's your key to the game?
My key to the game is score more points than the other team.
Wow, good job.
But I tell you what, it's going to be coming in an overabundance today. And that's why I will pick the overs today. I'm gonna run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline.
Money line. I'm gonna run it. Jay, I had to cut you off for the segment. Tell us what it is you think.
Give us the odds, buddy, and then we're gonna make our choices, right, and then we'll do the menu.
Vegas thinks we are going to win this game. We are favored by 6.5.
Wow, I like
favored
that.
By 6.5. The over/under is 39.5, which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So they're thinking high scoring game, and the Broncos winning by basically a touchdown.
Dude.
That's crazy to me. So normally I would bet the overs, and I'm still going to bet the overs. But I'm going to pick the Broncos, but I am not going to have them cover. I think Broncos win by a field goal.
You said you're taking the under?
Fine. No, he's taking the
overs.
But the Broncos don't cover the 6.5.
The Broncos aren't covering a 6.5 point spread.
No, I don't think we are. I don't think we're.
No, you know what? All right, so we'll final score prediction.
Final score prediction is going to be 31-28.
Woo! All right.
That's a high-scoring game, dude.
Big time. All right.
I'm not seeing that.
All right, so you know what? I'm going to go with I'm taking the Broncos to win, but they cover. I got the Broncos winning by 10 points. So I'm going to say it's going to be how about we go with maybe a little I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna go 28-18.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
Isaiah?
What?
18.
That's a weird score.
28-18.
I'm gonna go. I don't think I can't see us putting up a high scoring game. I feel our defense absolutely obliterates this backup Chargers offense. It's our starting defense, which is the top 5 defense in the NFL, versus the Chargers backup. So I don't think they're putting up 28 points against our defense. I can't see it.
What if that
Offense,
isn't all the defense?
I can see them pulling out maybe fourth quarter if it's a blowout. But Jerry Rossberg wants to win.
He does.
Don't see them pulling starters unless we're beating the crap out of them. I'm going to say the Broncos win. 39.5.
Yeah.
That's basically what? That's 21-17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, 38, 21-17 is 38. I'm going to take the under.
That's safe.
21-17 Broncos.
If any way it is, I can see 28-10.
All right.
I can see Broncos. I'm going to go with that. Broncos 28-10.
All right.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Under,
There you go.
Cool.
28-10. I like that. That sounds
Sounds
good.
like we got
I
some
like it.
dubs.
That fits well with me.
I like it. All right. So hit the comments real quick. See if anybody threw out their predictions, and then we got a mile high menu before we get this game going. We got D-Rock saying 27-21 Denver.
I like that. That's the overs.
Hey, Rob, I just hired you. You're fired. No, I'm kidding. I love you, brother.
Somebody goes in the water hole.
All right, so here we go, guys. Let's talk food
Yes.
because I'm starving.
I'm starving to death. I am literally starving.
Let's go.
To the next one
Let's
because
talk food.
They're
Talk.
automatically.
I know we kick it like no one else. We kick it like no one else. Listen out, there ain't nothing like this. I know we kick it like no one else. We kick it like no one else. Listen out, there ain't nothing like this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mile High Menu. And you guys are already starting in the comments before we even got to this segment. And that is exactly why we love you guys. Real quick, Costco Ron says 28-17. I could see something like that. What is that, the under or the over? That's the over, right?
That's the over.
That's the over, but 28-17. Andy's coming in a little bit more awesome. I don't know.
39-4
All
Broncos.
right, safeties.
Yo, Andy.
Two safety. D-Rock, on the menu for me today. I'm having a salad. I'm drinking my dinner. Woohoo! Broncos win. Says what? Love it. Jake, what is on your menu today?
Well, I actually have a full tummy as it is because I went to Arby's. It's a free plug for Arby Day. Woohoo! It's really good. They got curly fries. You can put different kind of sauces on them. And my gosh, it's finger looking good.
Never heard of Arby's before.
I tell you what, it's a place. They've got a lot of good meats. So it's really good stuff. So I don't know. That's what I had. I don't think I'm going to have anything more. But it was real good stuff.
All right, what did you get at Arby's?
So me, myself, I'm not really a roast beast kind of guy. So I got a chicken sandwich. But I did get the large value meal. Large value meal.
The large.
Absolutely.
Well,
So
Tony and I are having the same thing, but basically we ordered from Colorado Grill, which is in Kentucky, which is about 5-10 minutes away from here.
a Colorado Grill?
Yeah, that's what it's called. So
What?
Johnny got, well, I'm not going to say what Johnny got. Johnny can tell you what he
I'll tell you
ordered.
what I got.
But I got baby back ribs
Ooh.
with some wings. They're on!
They're awake, yep.
And that's what I got. Johnny, tell us what you ordered.
I got cornmeal crusted catfish.
Yum.
Catfish with some Frenchy fries and some fried jalapeno chips and a little bit of hush puppies.
So there's a Colorado restaurant?
Colorado Grill in Franklin, Kentucky. And it's wonderful.
That is odd. That's crazy though.
And,
That sounds phenomenal.
Rob says double beef and cheddar Bronco. Or bro. Double beef and cheddar bro.
Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
We got
that's
the
it
meat
for-
spice.
for Mile High.
I tell you
Menu.
what.
It looks like Ronnie Sample says he's frying some chicken wings.
Ooh, what sauce,
Mm.
what seasoning? Let us know real quick what you got in there. I need some recipes. I need some examples. Don't let me down. Let me know what you got.
Guys, we got to get out of here because guess what? Kickoff is in 4 minutes. You guys go with that? We'll see you for Get Bucks after the game day, after the game. Yeah?
I'll have feelings, folks.
NRW Crew, let's go win this last game against the Chargers.
Hey,
Let's
we only
go
have
win this last
one.
game against the
We
Chargers.
only have one thing to say though, right, guys? And that is Chargers get boxed. There we go. We love it, guys. We will see you after the game for the get bucked post game, or sorry, for the buck your feelings show.
Leg up.